Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a keratin treatment on a new client. Now she, like many curly girls out there, is dealing with multiple curl patterns on her head. She has tighter roots and looser ends, and she's been finding it unmanageable. So today I'm going to show you how I use a keratin treatment to help blend in her two textures so that she finds wash day a breeze. Okay, so let's dive in. Alright, so this is my client's hair before, and I just want to mention this is her virgin hair. As you can see, her hair is more compact, tighter at the root, and then as it goes through the length, her curls get looser. She says that this has made washing her hair impossible and styles don't last long. One of the reasons why this may show up in your hair is due to genetics, like my client, or after years of styling, color, or heat damage that can slightly alter the curl's bonds. The result of this is roots and ends that don't blend seamlessly, which can make styling and defining your curls a challenge. Alright, as always, I'm going in with the Cezanne Smoothing Keratin Treatment. I love this keratin treatment because it is 100% formaldehyde free, which makes it a gentle formula for curls especially. I also love the fact that it's infused with natural ingredients such as aloe vera, green tea extract, and vitamins in order to leave the hair nourished, stronger, and softer. You'll see it at the end. The hair always looks so much healthier after the treatment. Alright, so as I continue to apply the Cezanne, let's quickly go over what exactly is a keratin treatment for our newcomers. A keratin treatment is a smoothing treatment that infuses the hair with keratin, which is a natural protein found in our hair. It helps repair damage, reduce frizz, and improve manageability. It doesn't permanently alter your curl pattern, but instead it temporarily strengthens and seals the hair cuticle, leaving it smoother, shinier, and more resistant to humidity and tangles. This makes wash day much faster, and it makes styling your hair easier and your styles last longer. Unlike harsh chemical straighteners like relaxers, the keratin treatment smooths your hair out without losing its natural texture. Why I love the keratin treatment for curly hair especially is because it addresses a lot of the things we often struggle with, such as multiple curl patterns, frizz and dryness, uneven definition or shrinkage, and tangling and breakage due from raised cuticles. A keratin treatment smooths and strengthens the hair cuticle to create a consistent definition from root to end. It's going to help reduce frizz, and it adds a ton of shine and softness. This doesn't only help blend multiple curl patterns, but it makes the hair healthier and more manageable over time. Alright, so this is my client's hair after processing, and you can see those roots have definitely softened. Her roots and her mid-lengths and ends are blending much better. And I also want to mention, without her losing a ton of volume. The curl definition is there, and you can even see now that her hair looks shinier, which makes it look healthier. If she ever wanted to try a wash and go, this is a much easier foundation to start with than her virgin hair. Alright, as I blow dry my client's hair to start sealing in this keratin treatment, let's quickly talk about why I prefer my clients try out a keratin treatment before turning back to relaxers or texturizers. Now, keratin treatments and relaxers can both make hair smoother, but they work in completely different ways, and the results over time are drastically different. Relaxers use strong chemicals, often sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide, to break down the disulfide bonds inside the hair shaft. These disulfide bonds are the very structure that determines your curl pattern. Once those bonds are broken, the curl pattern is permanently changed. While this creates straight hair instantly, it also weakens the internal structure of the hair, leaving strands more prone to dryness, breakage, and long-term damage. Over time, relaxed hair often becomes thinner, dull, and fragile, especially because you have to keep going in and retouching the new growth, and that line of demarcation between your relaxed hair and the natural hair, it is so fragile and it is often over processed. That's why over time you see a ton of breakage at that point. Keratin treatments, on the other hand, don't break down any bonds. What they do is they infuse keratin, the same protein our hair is naturally made of, and other nourishing ingredients that temporarily fill in damaged areas, reduce frizz, and add shine. The results are smoother, softer hair that is still flexible, healthy, and able to return to its natural curl pattern over time. One of my favorite things about the keratin treatment is that it gradually fades with each wash. It typically lasts between 3 to 5 months depending on how you take care of it, while a relaxer is a permanent change to your texture. That's why I always encourage my clients to try out a keratin treatment first, and if it's giving you what you need, then you can keep on with it, and if not, then you can make the decision to do something more permanent like a relaxer or texturizer. But one thing that I know for sure is that over time, a keratin treatment will leave your hair feeling stronger and healthier and more manageable. And that's because a keratin treatment is not pulling anything, breaking down anything in your hair, but infusing it with strength and goodness. Over time, I've seen it grow not only my clients' hair, but my own. And that's because it makes wash day so much easier, your hair manageable, so you're not seeing a ton of breakage, tangles. You're able to really be delicate with your hair so that it's just healthier, happier, and it grows. Alright, so after the blow dry, I like to go in and do the trim. And I like to do this because as the hair is stretched out, it's easier to see what really needs to go on those damaged ends. Both me and my client can see what's damaged, and we can both discuss what's appropriate to let go of. Some people come in and they are ready for a fresh start. They're ready to chop off what needs to go, but other people, they need a little bit more time. So she committed to coming in every 3 months so that she can get her fresh trim so that we can gradually take off what needs to go. We also opted out of the layers this time around because she wanted to preserve as much length as possible. The good thing about her is that her ends really weren't too bad, so I just went in and cleaned up any of those scraggly, stringy ends, anything that was just like blatant out dead, and then I got everything to the same length. Alright, so as I flat iron my client's hair to finish sealing in this keratin treatment, let's quickly go over some maintenance tips when it comes to keratin treatments. First things first, you want to make sure that you are using a sulfate-free, keratin-safe shampoo and conditioner. And that is because the keratin washes out over time, and using the proper keratin-safe shampoo will make sure you're not washing your keratin treatment out before it's time. You also want to avoid using heavy protein or harsh clarifying shampoos the first few weeks. Let your keratin treatment settle. Some people go in way too soon with more protein. Let the protein treatment settle, and then after about a month, you can go in with your bond building treatments such as Olaplex or K18. You also want to make sure that you're deep conditioning regularly. This maintains the moisture and protein balance in your hair. I say only use a bond building treatment once a month, and then every other week go in with moisture. And lastly, you want to make sure that you're still using heat protection if you are heat styling your hair. The treatment is going to keep your hair strong, but it's not invincible. And lastly, you want to remember that it lasts about 3 to 4 months. So I say wait and see how your hair feels before you get another keratin treatment. If you still feel like the keratin is in your hair, then wait a little bit for it to wash out more. You want to do this so that you avoid over-processing your hair with the treatment. If you keep over-processing your hair and layering on the keratin, That's what ultimately changes your curl pattern and straightens it out. Alright, and here are the final results. You can already see the sun just beaming off of her hair. Her hair is so shiny, and as we comb it out, you can see how it just catches the light. It makes her hair look so healthy, so youthful. Especially because frizzy hair often looks really dull. When those cuticles are smooth, it reflects so much light. And now because those cuticles are laid down, she's going to find styling her hair much easier, whether she wears it straight or decides to try out a wash and go. And that's because it's less frizz, so the styles will last much longer. And she's going to have such an easy time on wash day now that her texture is all one. If you want to learn more tips on how to take care of your keratin treated hair, you want to watch this upcoming video. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!